So we made it to the Walmart. We ended up having to sit on this load all day, which can't complain because, like earlier, I needed California VIN inspection. So also I had to deal with the steer tires, and I did the alignment, and yeah. So my next load should be preloaded, but usually I never pick up a preload at this cold storage, so we'll just have to find out and then go from there. He's on his way back right now with the paperwork, and we are about to get going. So, alright everybody, we're here at the cold storage in Clearfield, Utah, and it is going on 6 o'clock in the morning. It's about 5:33, so we wasted hours. But we're here. I had to go back to the yard to go get a stupid trailer, and then we had to come back this way. He's checking in right now. We'll find out if this load's preloaded or not. So everybody, long day. Got up, I forget where I left off, but we got up at midnight, or not midnight, got up at 10 o'clock yesterday and delivered our load, hooked up to the trailer. We left, got a couple miles down. We had to turn around and take that trailer back because it was on lockdown. It was one of our older trailers. And then we drove all the way to the West Valley yard, grabbed an empty trailer. Then we drove an hour back to pick up our load. We were there for about 30 to 40 minutes until we got our paperwork for the load. Then it took us another 30 to 40 minutes for them to get everything situated and all that other stuff. We get to the truck stop in Ogden to scale out and fuel. By then it was 8 o'clock. He still had just under 6 hours left on his clock. And all of a sudden he's tired. He can't drive no more. Now, I've been up the same as him, or maybe more than him, a lot longer than him. And I drove from Ogden, stopped by the house, and let him take over. We're literally, it took him like, what, how many hours? 2.5 hours to get to the 10 from US 95, from the 40 needles. So now he's saying that he's tired. Well, he went to sleep when I started driving. He woke up like an hour before I got out of Utah. He went back to lay down like 50 miles before I got to Vegas. He got back up when I got into Vegas. Then he went and laid back down. He didn't get back up until I got into Laughlin, Nevada. And I told him he was going to drive tonight. So I stayed at the house for about an hour or so. And now we're, like I said, we're just off the 95, about to get on the 10, and he's tired. And I told him, I'm like, how are you tired when you slept more than me? I've been up since like 9, 10 o'clock yesterday night. What time is it now? It's going on 11 o'clock now. So yeah, I'm dead tired. But he's still having issues on paying attention of where the heck he's going. So can't really get any sleep if he always has an issue on where he's going. Even with Qualcomm, with GPS, and a Garmin. So now on top of that, I got a load that I got to pick up out of the yard, delivers at 10 o'clock in the morning. This load that we're on delivers at 4. So it delivers at 4. We have a load that picks up out of the Phoenix yard and it delivers at 10. Then from there, we got a deadhead all the way to Cali and Rialto to pick up a load, pick that up, drop that, deliver that the next day. That same day we drop in Grantsville, Utah, we pick up another load in Springville, Utah, and bring it back to Tulsa, Arizona, deliver that. Then we got a load that picks up from Phoenix and it goes out towards Houston, Texas area. I warned him earlier. There's no more I'm tired, none of this. You go sleep when you're supposed to or need to, everything. Because once we get on these loads, there is no I can't drive. So we're going to see how this goes, because so far I don't see it working out. Made it to Barstow. Alright, she's got just about. Alright, like I said, we made it to Barstow, and hold on, I'm trying to figure something out. For someone that says he likes to be organized, he's one unorganized person. But made it to Barstow. I still have about what do I have? 4 hours left on my clock to drive. But I'm not trying to reserve camera, so in case if I run recaps again, I have them. But yeah, we got our load. They say 40,000 pounds, but I don't know. Seems a little lighter. We got a load. Not sure if I already said. We got a load. We got a couple loads. We ended up doing a local delivery in Phoenix at 10 o'clock in the morning after our 4 o'clock a.m. delivery. Deadheaded all the way to Rialto, picked up this load. This load's going to Grantsville, Utah. Then from Grantsville, we got a load picking up Springfield, and going back to Tulsa and delivering on the 8th at 4 o'clock in the morning. Then they gave us a load that picks up in Phoenix, and it goes to Humboldt, Texas, and that delivers pretty much as soon as I get there. That's about 1,150 miles of what they're gonna pay me anyways, mile wise. And sorry, I'm straightening up. Stuff bugs me, but yeah, he's in there. I told him to go wash his face, do whatever, because I don't want to hear I should have did this or I should have did that or all that crap that he does to me when he starts driving. So I say we'll be there about 12 o'clock, and that gave us like 6 to 7 hours more than what we actually should be there, because he drives slow, especially at night, and he always says that he's tired. So my plan is to turn and burn and get back to Phoenix to where I could be there on the 7th, but I plan on stopping by at the house, at least have the 7th, have that whole day to be at the house, and then later on that night, like we did yesterday, leave, go deliver the load at 4, because our next load doesn't pick up until 1700, but they might have it done sooner. But either way, it is what it is. So far I have him nighttime, because he's gonna have to do it regardless, since our load going to Phoenix, our load going to Texas is a night. We got to pick it up later in the day and have to drive at night anyway. So that's how I look at it, and we will see you guys later. I'm about to heat something up. Not sure what yet, but yeah. Alright everybody, so right now we're here in Searchlight. After we picked up our load, after I picked up the load, I got up to Barstow and I had him take over. So when I had him take over, he drove about 2 hours. 2 hours, and he started getting all tired and everything else. So we got in that dirt lot that I started parking at after the Petro by the raceway, and I had him set his alarm clock for an hour to take a nap. Well, excuse me. He didn't get up until 3 hours later, so we got up to Grantsville about 1:30, and once we got up there, he ran out of time. That's not including the extra detour he decided to take because of whatever God reason. Had to get him back on track, because I'm trying to at least take some type of a nap or sleep when he's driving. But we got up there. I took over after we got to our delivery. I drove to pick up the Nestle load, and I drove all the way to over there by I forget what it's called, right there inside of Nevada, and then he took over. 2 hours later, same thing I got yesterday. Time, man. Alright. Not sure how this video is gonna go, but it is what's today? The 8th. And we are in Drupa Valley. Sorry. The whole point of me going to Phoenix is I was supposed to pick up a load. I went to Phoenix, got there yesterday. I was able to stop at the house for the day, and I watched on and off whatever that playoff football game was. Sat at home for the day, or I didn't really sit, but I was at the house for the day. Left at night. This student is really irritating me when it comes to driving night. I've been having him 3 days in a row, nighttime driving, and each time, right before, he'll start about 10, 11 o'clock, about 12 or 1 o'clock, he's dead tired like he's been driving all night. Literally, tired like he's literally been driving all night. Every time he starts 2 hours in, he's done. He has a hard time staying up. We got to Phoenix last night because I had him drive. He drove about 2 hours and complained that he was tired and everything else. And we got to our delivery. We ended up backing into the door. We sat there until 6 o'clock or so. I had him do all the check-in and everything because I wasn't about to sit there and I'm just tired of him. But checked in and everything about 6 o'clock, 6:30. We got unloaded, got the bills. I had him park because we delivered at Fry's. Had him park at the staging area. We stayed there until like 9, 10 o'clock this morning. And then I was going to go pick up my load, going to Humboldt, Texas. Well, they're telling me that the load doesn't pick up until the 9th at 5 o'clock. Well, I ended up texting, getting on the phone and whatever, talking about I don't want to sit a whole 24 to 34 hours to wait on a load. Mind you, I have a 34-hour reset. I've been off duty for about a little more than 34 hours. Because I drove all the way to Mesquite when I could have drove it all the way to the house, but I did not. And yeah. So I have a 34-hour reset. He's running recaps. Right now he has a decent amount of hours on his clock. He has 7 hours and 20 minutes on his 70. He's going to get 7 hours and something back at midnight. And then the next day he's going to get 10 hours back. So he's fine right now with his hours. So they ended up giving me a load. They deadheaded me to California. And the load picks up tomorrow morning, which will be Tuesday. So at 10 o'clock, go pick up, because we're in the yard right now. It's literally 5 miles down the way. So go pick up 10 o'clock. Not sure how long it's going to take and all that good stuff. So pick up that load, take it to Phoenix, and it delivers on Wednesday. The only issue I have is I was trying to get that Texas load picked up on Tuesday. If I could pick it up tomorrow afternoon, not afternoon, but tomorrow night or whatever, after I get there, I could leave tomorrow night and get to the delivery Wednesday afternoon or later that night. It all depends on time frame. That's how I was looking at it. But it don't look like that. So my dispatcher is going to come in the morning. She's going to try to see if she has a driver out there so I can T-call the load, and then I can go pick up that Humble load and get down there sooner. The Humble load has to be there on the 11th, the latest. There is a drop and hook, but no later than the 11th it has to drop. So I told the planner I'm not running teams with him because I just can't trust him. Nighttime driving, can't trust him because he's all over the place. Daytime driving, can't trust him. He's not reading sign.